Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do. People on the surface have got it pretty bad. Makes me thankful for being down here.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
3 levels of approval. Do you believe that? 3!
Carry on, ma'am.
Maybe I should take some courses with me. You know, send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us.
Excuse me,
and pretty
I've
much
got
all the
reports
other
to deliver.
departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results. And will this time as well. You'll see.
Pardon me, ma'am.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Constant vigilance is vital in preventing synth escapes.
Hi, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. We can't allow sophisticated Institute technology to fall into the wrong hands. The results could be disastrous. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who are you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Report anything suspicious to the SRB.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. And those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
They're still people, and they're suffering. We can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all,
Doc?
how
Welcome.
can we hope to redefine
So good to have you here.
mankind if we
Dr.
can't
Clayton
hold on
Holdren,
to our own
head of the
humanity?
Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I'll reserve judgment until I know more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything more exciting than fake gorillas.
Speaking only for myself, I find them fascinating. Of course, I might be a little biased. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know. But it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
I think Dr. Carlin was looking for help with one of his experiments. You should talk to him.
Child synth. It's just remarkable.
Hey.
So much research, so little time.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
Hi.
Mankind redefined. It's catchy, isn't it?
Can't break the code. Got it.
You're off to the scrap heap.
That's it. Sweet. Got it. Terminal somewhere. Yes.
This is Dr. Elliot with the official report for the Directorate from Bioscience. The date is, August 2178. I'm pleased to report that, as has been the case during my tenure, crop yields exceed expectations. In point of fact, everything down here is fine, with one notable exception. Dr. This is Dr. Elliot reporting for the Bioscience Division. March 22-24. We just received another batch of subjects. But as my previous...
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
So, it's like every other wonder gizmo ever invented. When will you eggheads learn?
Have faith. Let me show you how we deal with such problems. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Sure. We'll just fight our way through an army of homicidal maniacs and ask this synth to come on home.
I didn't say it would be easy. But I'm confident that with a courser at your side, you'll have no trouble. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Hey.
Yeah?
I'm ready to move in, ma'am.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, ma'am. Designation X6 88. I've already neutralized. We're not alone. I was sure there was something.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, ma'am. Designation, I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Wait, did you hear something?
Get out of my way. You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, ma'am. Designation X, I've already neutralized.
So, where do you put the batteries in this thing?
Let's just get this over with.
Right behind you, ma'am.
You're mine now, rookie. Playing games with me, huh?
There's someone else here.
Enemy sighted.
I'm here if you want.
Hey.
Need something?
Thought I heard something move.
Whoa, whoa.
This sure way of getting me in the back. Hey.
should be! No need to hide. It'll all be over soon. Think you're tough? Come on!
Good. I was starting to get bored. Waste of ammo.
I've done this. Where'd that little bitch go? You turn up, you're dead. No sign of him now.
That's it. All it takes is a steady hand, eh?
Spare me the pep talk, will you?
Hold up a moment, ma'am. There's something important I need to tell you.
All right, but make it quick.
I will. I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
Jesus, what a mouthful.
Sounds like a bunch of bollocks to me.
Then talk fast, ma'am. Just make sure you get it right. That's all, ma'am. Ready when you are.
There a problem? Nice. Nice.
Well done. By your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents of the Institute. Just like me. So, made it to the top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
How much plunder have you got?
Ah, so you are here for loot, then.
What are you doing, boss? We can take these guys. Keep your mouth shut! I know what I'm doing!
We got a modest little stash. I'll tell you what. I'll give it to you. Freely, if you walk away afterwards. What do you say? Do I have your word?
You have my word. Give me what you've got and we'll leave.
If we walk away with something, you're not gonna hear me complaining.
You had me for a minute there. Anyway, I think we've talked enough, don't you? Kill these sons of bitches!
Factory reset.
Gotta do this more often.
Nice work, man. I'll take the synth back. This is X688. Ready to relay with reclaimed synth B592.
Hey.
What is it? What's the matter?
Your thoughts?
A synth telling a bunch of raiders what to do. Sounds like a mess we need to clean up.
Your thoughts?
We'd move faster if you kept your eyes on the road and off me arse.
That was all.
Fine by me.
No way I'm cracking this. Gotta find the terminal. Terminal's got this locked. Won't be able to hack this.
All maintenance requests should be directed to the Facilities Division.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Gabriel and his gang were sick bastards, hanging their victims up like trophies. I'm just glad it's over.
While we can do nothing for Gabriel's victims, we can at least take comfort in the knowledge that the threat has been removed. But enough about that. The task is done, and you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on you, would you?
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Your new quarters are here, ma'am.
Hi.
Your quarters are just inside, ma'am. When you're finished here, ma'am, Father wants to see you.
Hello, Mother. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
After everything I've been through to find you, I think you already know.
I'm sorry, Mother. Of course, you're right. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. They no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They're crazy, thinking machines are alive.
Agreed. However noble they may believe themselves to be, they are thieves. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Where are the synths located?
A small settlement at the old Bunker Hill Monument. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
Is it just me, or will I have backup?
Of course, sir. We'll be waiting for you outside Bunker Hill. You'll have support should you need it. But we want to keep this small.
I have a variety of items that should prove useful in your surface missions.
I'll take a look, sure.
Synth unit, you were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to report, sir. I carried out my duties, as usual.
Dr. Ao saw you accessing a terminal. You know you are not permitted to access terminals in that section. Is Dr. Ao...
An enemy may be used. Interesting.
Emergency relay activated. Relay powering up. Ready in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
come. Did you think I wouldn't know you've betrayed me? After all I've done, the lengths to which I've gone to give you a new home, a new life, for us to be a family. But you have made your choice. From this point on, you are an enemy of the Institute. Should you cross us, we will kill you.
You bother me.
Go now, and live whatever meaningless life you can.
That's not my problem.
Relay online and engaging.
You can't take a hint, can you?
Heads up.
We'll stop the Institute. For Maxon and for the Brotherhood.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
You mean being zapped into energy and then put back together again? Piece of cake.
You can make jokes all you want, but I wouldn't put so much faith in technology I didn't understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
For all we know, that's a recipe for Deathclaw surprise.
Well, it's the best we could do with such short notice. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxon gave you all of the details? Good luck, Knight.
Institute and technology.
I received word that Dr. Lee's died by your hands. I demand to know what went wrong.
She was a traitor. She deserved to die.
Dr. Lee may have been misguided, but she was never a traitor.
I don't know what to say, Elder.
Perhaps you should begin acting like a soldier and take responsibility for your actions. Fortunately, this incident doesn't change our current strategy. We have a contingency plan that's already being put into effect that should ensure completion of our special project. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. And Knight, don't disappoint me again. Dismissed.
Attention. Due to increased raider activity, all leave requests to off-base sites have been temporarily suspended. Affected parties will have their leave compensated at the next available opportunity. That is all.
Perhaps.
Or looking to assist on a research patrol?
I found some technical documents for you.
Ah, good. I was beginning to run out of materials to study. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, the Commonwealth is an almost unlimited source for these technical documents. Check every building you explore.
What's on your mind, soldier?
Joining our cause was the wisest decision of your life, sister.
Oh, God.
Tegan.
What can I get for you today?
That on a stick was a real...
Have anything unusual?
I have some special mods I've been working on. Sort of a hobby I have to pass the time. Real high-powered stuff. Slap a few of them onto your weapons, and I am pretty sure they'll put a smile on your face.
I'm looking for some firepower.
Sure, I've got something that'll put a smile on your face.
Excuse me.
Can you believe synths are replacing humans with exact duplicates? Yikes.
Now that we have intelligence on the Institute, we can use it against them to gain the upper hand.
Superiority we need to win this war.
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
He seems to feel it's pretty important.
Important is an understatement. We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. I hope it's worth it. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
It'll take a miracle to get this pile of junk operational.
You think he looks rough now? You should have seen him when I unsealed the salvage crates filled with his parts. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's gonna take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
Why is the power blowing out his CPU?
Liberty Prime has a highly complex power system. A good deal of that system was damaged when he exploded. So I'm working in the dark, trying to come up with parts on my own. What we need is a robotics expert. And there's someone in Diamond City that fits the bill. Her name's Professor Skara. Locals say she's a wizard when it comes to fixing robots. Why don't you head over there and see if you can talk her into helping us? Oh, and take this with you. Once she sees one of those Cerebro fusion adapters, I'm pretty sure she'll have a tough time saying no. In the meantime, I'll prep Prime's CPU and we'll see if we can't get the big guy moving.
Hey there.
Don't despair, sister. We're here to save the Commonwealth.
Heads up.
This better be worth it. You need to talk.
Your thoughts?
I have to admit, if this Liberty Prime can do even half of what the Brotherhood promises, it'll be a sight to behold.
Your thoughts?
I don't mind hoofing it as long as there's some excitement at the end of the road.
That was all.
Sure.